Let's get our campsite set up. We're gonna start with the tent. That way we're sure to get it set up while there's still daylight. So let's look for a flat area that is large enough for our tent. And we'll need to remove any twigs or rocks that are here so it's not poking up through the tent. Woo, we got our tent set up. Since we mostly car camp, we have a larger tent. We've got 3 people in our family plus our dog. And so we actually have a 6-person size tent, and that makes it easier to bring in our backpacks and change our clothes. Inside our tent, we've got our sleeping bag, our sleeping pad, pillow, lantern, as well as our tent heater and backpack. The sleeping pad provides warmth and comfort. For many years, we've used an air mattress, and that's worked really well for car camping. But alternatively, I also have a backpacking sleeping pad, so that way I can choose whether I need it for backpacking or for car camping. But I gotta admit, I recently got the Nemo Roamer XL sleeping pad, and that's nearly as comfortable as sleeping at home. During my first camping trip as an adult, I froze because I didn't have a good sleeping bag. So trust me when I say it's worth it to look for the right one for you. I chose this mummy style sleeping bag because I like the snug cocoon fit, and it's compact enough for car camping or backpacking. And it's rated for 20-degree weather, which is the coldest I really plan to camp in. Later on, I decided to get 2 rectangular sleeping bags, and they zip together. And so now we have all this space for sleeping. The best surprise was when I found out there's a tent heater, and the tent heater makes it possible to camp year round. We're gonna hang our lantern now, so once it gets dark, we know exactly where it is, and we can just click it on when we're coming into the tent at night. All good? Let's get our kitchen set up. Most campgrounds come with a picnic table, and so this is where the kitchen will be set up. Cooking outdoors is easiest with a camp stove. This is the Coleman 2-burner camp stove. And what I like about it is it's got the 2 burners, so we can be cooking our food on 1 burner, but then having tea or coffee brewing on the 2nd burner. It also has the 2 wings on the sides, which help block the wind from putting the flame out. Here we have our water jug that has drinking water, also known as potable water. We use it for drinking, washing dishes, or washing our hands. Be sure to check if campgrounds have water, otherwise you'll need to fill your water jugs at home. Next to the water jug is our sink area, and that's for doing the dishes. One sink is for washing. We want to always make sure that you've got biodegradable soap, as well as your sponge. And then the second sink is for rinsing your dishes. Then you can dry them off with a towel. And once you're done washing any kind of dishes, make sure whatever food residue you have in here, put it in the waste disposal. Last part of the kitchen is setting out the lantern. That way, we don't have to worry about looking for it after it gets dark. Once you fall in love with camping, you want to get your own dedicated campwear set, and specifically for the kitchen. In our always ready to go tote, we basically have, we've got spices for cooking, we've got our spatulas, our cutting knives, gotta have the coffee. We got bowls and sponges, and then we also keep our pots and pans like here. We've got a cutting board and just a few odds and ends, so that way we don't have to recreate the wheel every time we go camping. It's just ready. By keeping it all in one tote, it makes it easier to go camping whenever you want. But when you're starting, feel free to just bring what you do have from home, and then once you know you love camping, then you got this dedicated kitchen ready to go tote. To keep our food cold, we definitely have our cooler. We've got one that will keep food cold for at least 3 days, and so that helps so we don't have to go and get ice all the time. For the living room, it's simple. Most campgrounds come with a picnic table And you can totally use that, but we gotta love our camping chairs because then we can put it around the campfire and tell stories at night. All right, we did it. We got our campsite set up. So now we're gonna go ahead and grab a beverage, enjoy ourselves, and just relax.